framing is intentional. It seeks to paint the aggressor as the victim and the victim as the aggressor in an attempt to put political pressure on the Broward County State Attorney's Office to charge this black woman for defending herself.
Well, he did die. Okay, like she didn't defend herself by kicking him in the balls, right? She didn't kick the old man in the balls. Like I get it, she's a woman, right? But women are equal. Somebody type equal. Isn't that what Ketanji Jackson Brown said? Right? What is a woman? Right? But nevertheless, she did use dangerous, lethal force, right? She couldn't just kick the old man in the balls if she wanted to reach out and use kinetic force on him, so to speak. But either way, I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna go ahead and let you speak. But a man is dead, and we should take that very seriously here in America. I'm just saying.
You just looked at this headline. You would have no idea that there is a video showing this man, a 62-year-old Army veteran, charging after this woman and this woman retreating. You would see her, gun in hand, still retreating, trying to get him to stop chasing after her. She goes around multiple different vehicles to try to get away. And keep in mind, in the state of Florida, a stand your ground state.
Now again, I know what she did on the video. I know what she did. But what was this about anyway? Was he trying to kidnap a grandchild or something like that? Or was this about a parking space? Okay, because again, this whole thing could have been avoided if she had just not parked in the parking space. I'm just saying. Let's just throw that out there. Huh? Let's just throw out the fact that he tried to block the parking space, or maybe he was trying to enter the parking space and she swooped in and took it. And he went over to smoke a cigarette and calm down. Maybe she should have said, you know what? It's a whole goddamn acre full of parking spaces here in Walmart. Let me go find another one. I'll walk that extra 52 seconds to the Walmart entry. All I need is, the 4th of July is coming up, and I need to get some yams and some butter and some brown sugar and some pet milk to make this sweet potato pie. But I don't have to park in this parking spot just so I can enter into the Walmart. Why are we fighting over this particular parking spot? Somebody type stupid in the chat room. All right. All this could have been avoided. Okay. So I get it. He was, moving rapidly after her around the car. But again, this whole thing could be avoided. These are two grown-ups. These are two fully functional, thoughtful grown-ups. They both have driver's license. Okay. I get it. Okay. But let's just not lose track of that. I'm just saying, somebody type calm down in the chat room. Let's hit the number 1 button and keep it popping.
You have no duty to retreat from an imminent threat. And if you're charging at someone aggressively over a parking space, who knows what you're going to do? I don't understand what we're saying here. And then, what
we're saying is a man was shot dead in a major American city, and we need to do something about that. Clearly something went wrong. Okay. That's clearly what the issue is. Okay. And so we're not just going to ignore that, okay, because she was a black woman. Whether she was a alien, a woman with a wooden leg and a kickstand, whether she was I don't know whether she could fly through the air and stand on her head. We still have a dead man, and we want to deal with that because that's what we do in civilized societies. I'm just throwing that out there, but let's keep on listening.
News outlets did have his daughter, and of course, any loss of life is sad. It is horrible. And the daughter was crying, and the daughter was upset. And then they go on to say that the daughter was estranged from the father for quite some time, but they did not give a reason for the estrangement.
It ain't none of your business why. That has nothing to do with the moment at which this man was shot. That's what I need you to understand. It has nothing to do with the moment in which this man was shot and killed. That's the only thing we want to focus on. So here we go. It's the same thing white people do. You want to disparage the victim to try to make it seem like the shooter had a duty or this person was bad. I get it. We do it in law all the time. You make the other guy out to be somebody who deserved it. That's how you win a murder case. This person deserved. That's what you're trying to do. But it has nothing to do with the moment at which this man or this woman decided to discharge her firearm and shoot this man. That has nothing to do with that. So I get it, but this is what the public does. This is what we do. Somebody type calm down. Big shout out to Black Sands again.
Understand when the New York Post reports stuff like this, they are trying to rile up a base of people to put political pressure on the state attorney's office to charge this woman for a crime that is not a crime. It is not a crime to
that's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they do. That's what I said at the beginning of the broadcast. That's exact, and you all fall for it because you like playing this racial ball game that we've been playing in this country for the last 300, 400, 500 years. That's what we do. It's our sport. It's our national pastime, and no one can convince me otherwise. This is what we like to. Black people like to do it. White people like to do it. We got names and rules and everything. It's what we do. Let's keep listening to the little lady speak.
Defend yourself from a threat. And yes, again, any loss of life is very sad, but you have the ability, you have the right to defend yourself if somebody is charging after you.
Somebody type non-lawyer in the chat room. Somebody type non-lawyer in the chat room. All right, let's look at, we got a couple more and then we're going to move on to the lesson because I want to go ahead and get you all up to par about exactly what's going on. Seems to be a lot of misunderstanding as to what, what self-defense.
Year old Bart DiGugliano. Bart is no longer among the land of the living because of a tragic case of FAFO and how a split-second decision cost him his life. Let's talk about it. Now, my OG followers already know. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. If you're not following the Black Death Society, please make sure to do so. This is a space in which pop culture money and real life meet. And we all know that nothing good goes down in a Walmart parking lot, especially a Walmart parking lot in Florida. But I digress.
Somebody type non-lawyer in the chat.
Yesterday, Bart and another woman got into a dispute over a parking space. Now, videos of this dispute are floating around online, and you see the woman in the video have a pew-pew in her hand. You know I can't say the word on here. She is continually telling Bart to walk away. She's on the phone. She has the pew-pew in her hand. She is backing up as Bart continues to walk towards her. Bart goes as far as to follow the woman around the car. You cannot hear what he's saying, but it appears like he is saying something to her, and she is saying, walk away, walk away.
Okay, so you can hear what he's saying. You can't hear what he's saying, but you can hear that she's saying, walk away, walk away. Don't you think that's a bit presumptuous? I mean, I'm just saying, it appears, what if it appears that she was saying something that, was inviting him to the conflict? Do you know that? Because see, again, we don't have all the facts in this particular situation. We don't know what was said, and that's why it's important to get all the witness statements in. It's important to have all this information. Again, we live in a racially charged society, and it creates conflict. Okay, I'm just saying it creates issues, especially when people are reckless with their words. Everybody shouldn't have access to the internet. Everybody's voice is not equal. And one thing you'll realize is I don't listen to everybody. I've learned that a long time ago. Some people are just not worthy of my attention. I typically am mindful of the people that I listen to, and largely because of reasons like this. It's like having a mosquito buzzing around your ear. Some of that stuff is just annoying. And when you get to a certain age, you just start realizing most people have their own agendas and itineraries, okay? And they oftentimes want to sway you in a direction. All I want you all to do is calm down. That's what I want you to all. I want you to assess the facts. I want you to wait till we have accurate facts so we don't go doing things that we would cause other people to suffer the consequences because they listened to this, got turned up, and decided to go do something else stupid. Because again, stupid is catchy. Okay, stupid gets passed around like herpes. Okay, I'm sorry, I apologize. But some of y'all got it. You know what I'm talking about. It get passed around very easy. You see stupid over here, and stupid looks appealing, and you just go with the stupid. And the next thing, we got people walking down the middle of highways with flags and tiki torches. You got other people talking about F this guy and F that guy and all that sort of stuff. And then guess what? Our country starts looking like Somalia.